Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is a safe space where we discuss all hair related issues. I'm not a dermatologist, a trichologist, or a medical professional. What I am is a natural hair consultant here to help you nurse your hair back to life. Now, this video is going to be really quick. I just wanted to touch on some subjects that I've been seeing floating around in relation to hair. And one of them is some people are going back to hair relaxers. Now, everyone said they're going back to hair relaxers because it's much easier for them to manage their hair. I can relate because I have 4C hair, so the manageability sometimes, if you are not experiencing what you're doing, can be difficult. So in that sense, I can understand why they're going back to hair relaxers. So this video is mainly to clear up a few things. Now, like I said, they said they want to go back to hair relaxers because it's easier for their hair to manage and for them it looks better. Totally understandable. Now, what I don't want people to get confused about, if you are thinking about going back to relaxers, is that your hair is much easier to manage because it's not natural and you don't have to spend much time on it or products on it. That I will have to disagree, because if you want healthy hair, you still need to have a hair routine. You still need to use a shampoo. You may need to use a clarifying shampoo because you are prone to build up, just because of the simple fact that the hair relaxer, in order for it to work, it has to be placed a bit close to the scalp, which gets the regrowth. And then when it's placed close to the scalp, then it's stretched out to the ends of the hair, so everything blends in and you get that slick look. But if you want to maintain the length of your hair, you still need to have it trimmed. So you still need to use shampoo. You still need to have your hair trimmed if necessary. You still need to use a hair mask, and you still need to wash your hair at least up to every 2 weeks. Now, that's if you want healthy hair. Now, it's exactly the same thing that you have to do with natural hair, but it's just the difference is natural hair is, depending on how thick your hair is, you have to section it into different parts and handle each sections separately. Detangle the first section, third section, fourth sections. I've got many videos discussing about the wash day routine if you have natural hair. Now, when I used to relax my hair, the reason why I stopped relaxing my hair is because I didn't see a difference, and that was only because my hair is really coarse and it's 4C. So I didn't see the difference in relaxing my hair, and then it was the constant pressure where as soon as I wash my hair will revert back. So I was practically relaxing my hair every 2 weeks, believe it or not. I really was relaxing my hair every 2 weeks, and then one day I just woke up and I just said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I need to do what works for me, and relaxers was not working for me. So I decided to grow my hair out natural, and I can honestly say I have no regrets. So if you're thinking about, we all know everything that's been said about hair relaxers, how dangerous it is, the chemicals that are in it. But at the same time, I can understand people reverting back to it, because my thing is, if it's still sitting on the shelf, it hasn't been discontinued, then, there must be a bit of a discrepancy somewhere here, or misinformation. So things that we hear still need to be clarified and still need to be fact checked. So, I'm not going to sit here and, bombard you with all this information about how bad hair relaxers is. No, that's not what we're here for. I'm here to just give you information on whatever choices you make. You still need to look after your hair, especially if you have chemicals in your hair. If anything, if you have chemicals, you have more work to do than someone that has natural hair. Someone that has natural hair, their aim is to make their hair manageable by using products that create a slip, so then they're able to comb out the knots or the tangles that's in their hair. Depending on how thick their hair is, they will have to section their hair and comb each section, and they will have to use a clarifying shampoo, especially if you use products such as oils on your scalp, or some of you are still using hair grease on your scalp. So if you're using hair grease on your scalp, you will need to use a clarifying shampoo. A shampoo just don't cut it, because you can use shampoo this week, you shampoo next week, but all you're doing is just washing out the surfaces, but you're not actually deep cleaning your scalp. So if you're going to apply oils or hair greases on your scalp, you need to deep clean it in order for you to start fresh. That will also apply with a hair relaxer. And another thing that I saw floating around is that most people are saying that the natural hair community are toxic. Now, I can understand where you're coming from because, but I believe that toxicity is down to the individual. It's not the actual community itself, because from my understanding, the natural hair movement, right, for me it's a lifestyle. It's not a movement. It's not a thing that I'm doing right now. It's something that suits me. So the whole point of the natural hair community is to encourage people to accept their natural appearance, such as your natural hair, such as the texture of your hair, and learning how to manage your hair so that works best for you. At the same time, mentally and emotionally, you have to be okay with what you see, because the toxicity comes from the individual. So I get it all the time. I've been out all day with my hair like this. Okay, I'm comfortable like this. I've showered, I smell good, I look presentable in my mind. Okay, so whatever anyone says to me, like sometimes I bump into people and they're kind of looking at my hair and thinking, she could have done something better with it. And then there's people that would not ask me if I can do my own hair, but there's some people that will come up to me and be like, oh, I've got a cousin or a friend that plats hair really good. She can plait your hair. You've got nice hair, you should plait it. And then there's some people that just admire your hair themselves, and you can see you've kind of inspired them to think about what they should do with their hair. I've had many encounters with people where I could just be minding my own business and someone will come up to me and say, do you know what, you have such lovely hair, how do you keep it healthy? And then we just start having a conversation about hair health, the things I do, and I can see they've walked away inspired, whether they take action or not, but they have shown a positive interest. So I am going to take time and stand there and discuss it with them. So when it comes to the natural hair community being toxic, whether it's whether the length of your hair, the thickness of your hair, or whether you look good in your natural hair, that's down to the individual. I don't want that to put you off from, going through the journey or the experience thinking, oh, you know what, I don't want to be part of that part of that community because, I'm just going to get backlash of it. This is where you start working within yourself. It all starts within. Be happy with how you look like. Be happy with your hair texture and accept who you are. When you accept your appearance, who you are, your hair texture, there is nothing anybody can say to deter you, okay? And from my experience, if I encounter someone who has made me feel some type of way, I've learned through the years how to detach from that comment, how to detach from that feeling and understand I may never see this person again. Am I really going to walk away thinking about what they've said to me? No, I'm not going to do that unless it's positive advice, unless they can say to me, oh, unless I've asked them a question where I've said, oh, wow, your hair's so beautiful. How do you manage it? Because although I know and I'm experienced on how to manage natural hair, I'm also interested in how other people manage their hair, because there are people that inspire me that I look at and I'm like, wow, you have such beautiful hair. And, you can always learn from each other. It's not always a case of where one person knows it all. I can only share my experiences of what I've seen and what I've gone through. So, if you're looking to have natural hair, if that's your aim, go ahead. Don't think about what's surrounded around that natural hair. Like for me, I went natural hair because it was convenient for me. It suited my lifestyle. I mean, I live an active, busy lifestyle, so I need my hair packed away. I sweat from my head, so I need my hair packed away. How it's packed away, it's at a comfortable style that suits me. At the end of the day, I can take my hairband out and put my hair bonnet on and go to bed, and tomorrow I can wake up and look presentable to face the world. This is where I am. Unless if I'm going to an event or is a special occasion, then yeah, of course, I will do something with my hair, either slick it back or either, do something interesting to it. So it's according to how I feel. If I don't want to style it, then I'll slick it back. If I want to have a braid out, it's easy for me to just transition. So I do a lot of transitional hairstyles where I can wear it during the week and then I can transition to a night out. And going back to relaxing your hair, keeping your hair healthy is also bearing in mind the protective hairstyles that you do. So if you've relaxed your hair and you're someone that likes to switch up your hairstyles quite a lot, you might want to reconsider relaxing your hair. So you might want to relax your hair because you want to have a nice slick bun for an event. Okay, fair enough. What I would advise you is to wait at least 6 weeks when you've had a bit of regrowth if you're thinking about doing braids. So you can't relax your hair today and then tomorrow go and get your braids done. It looks nice, but eventually as time goes on, you will start to see your edges fade. You will start to see the healthy hair that you had when you started relaxing your hair is slightly starting to fade over time. So this is why I'm trying to say to you, because I also came across a video on TikTok, and this was a stylist in Congo, and it was so bizarre because she was advising her clients, when she was doing her voiceover over the video, one of her clients came in and they didn't relax their hair. So she was saying in her video that all the clients that are coming to her, please relax your hair before you come to her to plait it. Now, she was saying that because it was easier for her to plait your hair and manage your hair. It wasn't about your hair health. I think I've mentioned it quite a few times on all my videos on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm mentioning it now. The stylist is not there to take care of the health of your hair. If you find a stylist that can do both, keep them. You've hit the jackpot. They can advise you on how to keep your hair healthy, and they can also style your hair. But their job description is to deliver the style. They're not there for your hair health, and they're trying to make their day as easy as possible. This is why I'm here to give you these advices, so then you can take responsibility for your own hair. So if your hair starts to drop out or your edges start to, disappear, that's not the stylist's fault. That's your fault. So it's not the relaxer that's making your hair thin out or breaking your hair. It's not the stylist that's doing your hair. It's how you're managing your hair. So if you're relaxing your hair and then a week later you've gone to a stylist to plait your hair, that's really on you. It's not on the stylist. This you need to take that responsibility on taking care of your hair. This is why I'm saying it to you. So, I was going to comment on her video and say that is wrong, but then at the same time, the last thing that I want to do is criticize someone else's work. But what I am going to do on my channel is give you the truth. And to be honest with you, if you're getting your hair braided or you're getting your hair cornrowed, do not relax your hair and go and get that done. Because once you've put that chemical in your hair, your edges, your scalp is fragile. You need to be at a state where you just let your hair be for a bit. Have a style, either, you have a silk press with it, because that will be actually, I've seen people relax their hair, dye their hair, and then use a hair straightener. Danger, danger, danger. Okay, so if you're doing that every week, don't be surprised if your hair's thinning out. The best thing that you can do is to take care of your hair. And also, whether you have natural hair, relaxed hair, constantly slicking your hair back in a bun, again, you're doing a disservice to your edges. once you've relaxed your hair, you really have to be more careful than someone that has natural hair. My hair is natural. On top of that, it's 4C and it's tough. And I'm still careful with it. Even if I'm plaiting my own hair, I should be plaiting my own hair in a couple of weeks, so I'll be able to show you. Even if I'm plaiting my own hair, if I can't pick this up, right? If I cannot pick this up, I'm not picking it up. It's staying. If I have to start that platform here, that's where it's starting. And I don't use edge control every day. I don't use hair gels every day. Like I say, these things are on special occasions. That's the most I can do on my natural hair on special occasions. Okay. So, you know, the whole point is that whichever way you choose, either to start dyeing your hair, to relax your hair, or to leave it natural, healthy hair requires a routine, and you also need to be able to use products that can benefit your hair at the state that it's in, whether it's natural, relaxed, or colored, relaxed, and you're about to straighten it. You still need to use a heat protector to protect your ends. You still need to moisturize your scalp, because that's what's going to penetrate that hair growth. It's not so much what you're using on your scalp, but it's the fact that your hair is moisturized, so it will be able to penetrate hair growth. So that's how you grow your hair long. So either way, you still need to be taking care of your hair, following a regimen, and making sure you're using the right products for the state that your hair is in. So this was just all at the top of my head, and I'm just rambling on, but I just wanted to come on here and make those points. I hope I've made those points to you. And if you have any questions, or you have any other topics that you want us to discuss, put it down in the comment section. And if you enjoy these type of videos and discussions, please subscribe. It really helps my videos, and we can carry on talking. And hopefully at some point, if we have a trichologist that wants to also chime in our chat, they're more than welcome. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.